Welcome! I'm Jeff Cannata, and we are going to play some Dungeons and Dragons. We're inside, I have to admit, the coolest place I've ever played any tabletop role-playing game. We're in a castle in Bristol, and as a filthy Yank, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm with several locals here. It's going to be a blast. Very excited to dive into this one-shot, and all of them will introduce themselves shortly, but we're glad you're with us because we're going to be using a new virtual tabletop application called Realm Architect, and I'm pretty excited about its functionality. I'm excited about the little adventure that we're going to go on in this one shot, and I'm excited to play with these wonderful players. So thanks for being with us. We're going to jump right in to our story. It's springtime, the season of rebirth and renewal, and in one special location, north of Anchor Bay, which you can see on the map, a time of magic. Every year, just at this time, people travel from far and wide to visit the tiny town of Lone Tree Village to witness something truly spectacular. There, on a small grassy island in the center of the lake, grows the great golden hawthorn tree for which the village was named. And every year, just at this time, the sprites that inhabit that tree and imbue it with its glittering golden sheen emerge and dance across the water, dazzling onlookers with their celebration of spring. South of the island, at the edge of the lake, a number of structures have been built. Among these are 2 taverns, which, for most of the year, make a paltry sum serving food and drink to the residents of Lone Tree Village. But this time of year, their business booms. In one day, they make more than in all the other days combined, which allows them to stay afloat during the leaner months. And it just so happens that one of these taverns, the Old Gold Inn, is the family business of one of the members of our party, and has been for generations. The grandfather of our own halfling bard, Gianfranco Lopez, is the current proprietor of the Old Gold Inn. But Gianfranco has gotten word that his grandfather, Juan Franco Lopez, has fallen ill on the most important day of the year. Gianfranco has gathered you all together, his most trusted companions, to journey to Lone Tree Village and take over operation of the Old Gold Inn for one night. Today, the tavern will draw all sorts of strange and potentially dangerous clientele. There's no way to know who or what may walk through the door. Your job is to keep the place running and maintain order by any means necessary.
Yes. Yes.
Really,
simple enough.
Really regretting taking Way of the Drunken Monk as my subclass.
Gianfranco is depending on you. The Lopez family is depending on you. Yeah. One night, one tavern at the edge of the lake. Before we arrive in Lone Tree Village, we'll take a moment to introduce ourselves and the characters that we're playing.
Hi, I'm Stephen. I'm from Roll the Damn Dice. You can find us on YouTube, RTDD. And I will be playing Lahan, a half-elf monk who is Way of the Drunken Monk. So I'm very keen to see how this is going to go.
Hi, my name is Yugihoe. I must apologise. I didn't know this was happening today. I'm from the Drag Dungeoneers in Bristol. You can find us at Instagram at the Drag Dungeoneers. And today I'm playing Valerie Dovedale, Celestial Warlock, Pirate Daughter, an all-round good time.
Hi, my name is Nils Phillips. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Realm Architect. I am playing Gianfranco Lopez, the, I guess almost new owner, if the news is to be believed, of the tavern, and it's going to be an interesting night. I play a halfling bard, and unfortunately I don't really have, I would say, the skills or the passion for tavern keeping, so it's going to be interesting.
Hi, I'm Alex. I play Derek Normalbeard in the podcast Roll Brittania, at Roll Brittania on all social media and across all wherever you get your podcasts, really. I will be playing Charlize Angel, a 87-year-old tiefling grandma sorcerer. So I'm excited to become the bouncer of this new establishment, keep out the riffraff, and make sure that all the doilies are freshly pressed and clean.
The journey north is long, but not entirely unpleasant. And Lone Tree Village lives up to the name, a small, sleepy hamlet, half a day's ride off the main road. Gravel pathways link simple thatch-roofed cottages. Birds chirp happily in leafy green trees. This is a far cry from the grimy commerce of Port Anchor or the upscale hustle and bustle of Centerville. But it is also clear, even riding into town, that there has been a sharp influx of visitors to this quaint little burg. And I would like you, Lehane, to roll me a perception check.
Oh,
First
roll.
First roll.
No pressure.
No,
It's either gonna be really high or really low, or somewhere in between.
Come on.
Those are the
Yeah,
options.
those are the only options.
That is 10.
A 10.
10.
Told you.
Well, as you're riding in, Lehane, you are keen to take note of the fact that you don't notice any towns guard. Something that you would probably, as someone who frequents bars quite often, would take note of. You can't be sure that there aren't any, but you didn't notice any. And you arrive, all of you, at the Old Gold Inn and recognize it from its famous arched doorways. Some people might refer to these as the Gold Inn arches, but I wouldn't do that because I don't want to infringe on any copyright.
I'm loving it.
Never
Do they
mind.
serve breakfast?
Well, not after 10.
You arrive before operating hours. The tavern resides at the end of a thin road comprised of pressed gray dirt and loose stone, which crunch and pop under your boots. Just beyond it, you can see the edge of the blue lake with the tiny island at its center. A massive shimmering tree rises from it, reflecting the rays of the sun off its smooth bark. It's easy to see why the golden hawthorn tree got its name and why people are so drawn to it. But as you approach these signature arched doors, you catch the stench of something rancid. Parked outside, flies buzz around a cart of spoiled food. Rotten fruits and vegetables are piled high.
Well, that's very odd. I've never seen my grandfather leave the place hanging like this. I think he must be really sick then, I imagine.
Is it not part of like the fermenting process though? Is that not going to be the booze?
I
That's
thought
a
that.
good question.
I thought that was your grandfather.
Oh,
I mean, I hope not.
Charlize, are you wearing your contacts?
What? I don't know anybody around here.
I just put it down to you can't get good help nowadays, honestly. Right, I think first order of business, let's get rid of this. Maybe I'm pushing the boundaries of druidcraft. But could I maybe like freshen up some, like if there's some green sprouts, just really encourage them to just fragranty.
If you've got something secreted in your
Maybe
clothing,
like
maybe
some seeds, and I'll just sort of
Sure,
sprinkle.
wonderful.
But a druidcraft, just to I'm not cleaning. I'm sweeping it under the rug. So I'll just druidcraft it a bit beautiful, but we'll take note that that's
Right.
weird.
it's a bit lipstick on a pig, but
Yeah.
it's, I like the effort.
Was that a read? No.
All right, so Gianfranco uses his key to unlock the large arched doors. Stepping inside, there is an eerie quiet. You're in a small antechamber, a reception area, a thick carpet beneath your feet. To your right, another set of arched doors lead to the tavern proper. And I think, is that our player? Yes, that's our player. These are our other players. We just plop them in really easily right here. So you are all, oops, did I do that correctly? Oh, stacked them. All right, so you're all in this little antechamber, and there are a pair of doors directly ahead of you.
What is it? Equally kind of as rancid in here? Is it clean? Is it?
You are in a like this small little landing area with a nice carpet, and yeah, it doesn't seem to be that smell is outside. It doesn't seem to be unkept in this small little portion of the room.
So it's not like it's filled with cobwebs or anything, right?
Not right here, no, sir. It
Okay.
is not.
Very interesting. Well, let's crack on, I guess. I mean, it's been so long since I've been back here. I've been touring a little bit. I'm having a lot of fun lately, but
now back home. Is
Yeah.
it nice?
It's a little bit weird, quite honestly. You know, last time me and my grandfather we had a little bit of a falling out. So
Family drama.
yeah,
Oh.
Don't worry, love. I'm sure he loves you and he means well. My grandson's the same. Anyway, I'd quite like a sit down now. It's been a long journey.
we do have some chairs inside. Let's pop on through.
You're one of those pubs with chairs, are you?
All right, as you open the second set of doors and enter the tavern's main room, you recognize the charm of this place. Directly ahead is a casual area with a couple of comfy auburn-colored chaise lounges butted up against one another. Atop the far cushion is a cat curled up and sleeping. The room extends around the corner to the main dining room with a circular area. I can scroll up there. With circular wooden tables arrayed to host guests. Lit torches flicker on the walls, casting a warm and welcoming orange glow. Farther, past the tables, a solid oak bar partitions off storage and food prep areas behind. And as you make your way in, you notice a piano positioned with a small stage and bookshelves above it. As you're taking all this in, the quiet is broken by a loud sound, harsh and echoing. A gurgling, retching sound erupts from the bathroom stalls to your immediate left.
Oh, someone's been hitting it a bit hard this morning, haven't they?
You alright? You early doors in, mate?
Who's there?
It's me, your best friend, Charlie's Angel.
And you see, emerging from the bathroom stalls, I can do this very quickly. A halfling who looks, you see the resemblance quite quickly to Gianfranco, but he much older man. He comes hobbling out of the bathroom stall. His complexion is not good. He looks green, frankly, and he comes walking up.
Oh, you came. I'm so glad to see you. Oh.
Yes, grandfather. It's I'm back. Yeah.
I'm so glad. I am in no condition to operate the inn on the most important day of the year. My staff, too, has fallen ill. You've brought your friends. Thank the gods.
Quick question. Contagious then? Or we're just gonna...
Pardon me, I'm not certain what has befallen all of us, but it is not pleasant. I probably should keep my distance, yes.
Right, I've dealt with this before. It happened back home. Right, everyone, 6 foot apart, all times, yeah?
Hands, face, space, and we
Yeah.
all just back up.
Very wise. Perhaps I should retire to my living quarters. I'm glad you're all here. There are a few things you need to know if you're going to operate the old gold inn tonight.
Giancarlo, aren't you going to introduce me to your handsome friend?
Charlie, let's first get through these instructions and then we'll get back to it. Then I'll introduce you properly.
Okay, I'll wink at the
Okay.
wretched granddad.
He says,
Enchanté.
Delighted, I'm sure.
Anyway, as I was saying, so everything has gone bad in just the last few days. I have a supplier coming. He should be here at any time to resupply. I haven't negotiated the new price on replacement of all the food, and of course none of it is prepared. You'll have to do all of it before any guests arrive. Also, when the tavern opens, there are a number of roles that you'll have to fill. Of bartender, of course, chef, food preparer, entertainment, wait staff, and probably wisely a bouncer. So, however you'd like to divvy up those jobs is up to you. Again, I wish I could provide more counsel, but I'm not feeling too well.
Oh, that's absolutely fine. I've got plenty of experience with ale. I think the bar is my forte.
And I brought my rollerblades so I can waiter and be the bouncer.
You get quickly from
Oh,
point A to B.
it's pins o'clock. Let's go.
Sure. I guess I'm the entertainment of the night then. That makes sense for me.
That's fun. What would you like me to do, dearie?
I think with your steady hands and great eye, you should be on food prep and cooking.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'll give it my best.
It sounds like you've got it all sorted. I would advise not going down to the basement. There's... everything has gone fairly bad down there. I really should find my way to a bed. I'm sure it'll all go fine tonight. Thank you again, Gianfranco.
Grandfather, I do have a question. Like,
Yes.
how long were you expecting that food delivery to come in? Because on the way over, there was some spoiled food outside.
Oh, yes. All of the storage down in the basement has gone bad as well. That brings up another point I forgot to mention. It is entirely possible today the Queen's envoy may be stopping by, a representative of the public health. So if things are not going well, she's got it. Yes. Everything rides on tonight, Gianfranco. Everything.
All right, no stress, no pressure. We'll fix it, Grandfather. Now you go rest quickly because.
You look a bit shivery, my dear. If you
Oh.
need somebody to keep you warm later on, you know where I am.
That sounds
All right. And with that, with that, Juan Franco makes his exit, and you have your run of the place. The bar to the north part of the room. Everything is nice, is well laid out, but it is empty, and you can imagine what this place will look like. Gianfranco, you've been here on previous years when this place is full of people. Rowdy adventurers come through, nobles, even common folk, and you're likely to get all manner of clientele tonight. So there's, I would assume, a lot to be done to prepare for the coming crowds, and potentially health inspector and
Real fantasy world.
The thing is, I've worked in hospitality so much, so this just feels offensive.
I'm getting jumpy, I'm like shaking.
Where's the paperwork?
So how, like, just in general for our idea, like how much time do we actually have, you think?
Well, you should expect that the supplier will arrive first. That will happen before the tavern opens, and basically the tavern will open at 3 o'clock. So you have a couple of hours to get ready. As soon as the supplier gets here with the food, you will have to prepare it and decide on what the menu will be, decide on how you would like to set things up, and then guests will probably start arriving shortly thereafter.
Chaps, are you sure you don't want me to do the entertainment? I'd like to just move over to the piano.
Yes.
Just start tonelessly bashing at keys. Bling, blong, blong, blong.
Actually, roll me a performance check, if you would.
Yeah, excellent.
Do you Billy Joel this?
That's a 7 total.
7, yeah. No, that's accurate, your description of the atonal jazz that you're now playing. Bling, blong, blong, bling.
Charlie, it's not that it's bad, it's that it makes me want to tear my ears off. So I think we're gonna stick to the roles we agreed upon. But if you want to, I'll show you some
people
tricks.
have no taste for art.
Yeah. I'm sadly not one of those.
That would have killed 80 years ago, honestly. That was all the range.
I would have killed 80 years ago. Should have seen me at 7.
Lahan will he'll walk over to the bar, and if there's like a rag or a towel or something, he'll just like throw that over his shoulder. He's gonna certainly look the part.
I love it.
And pick up a tankard. Doesn't matter if it's clean or not. And he's like, right, so better test the merchandise, make sure I know exactly what it is that I'm selling. I don't put my name to anything unless it's got my seal of quality approval.
So, Lahan, as you do that, as you turn the spigot on the cask, only a few drips come out, and you realize there really are no inventory for anything to be served. So it's all going to have to be acquired from the supplier when that person arrives. But the other thing you notice as you are this far toward the back of the building is that rancid smell. Now you're catching the slightest whiff of it again. It seems to be coming from back behind this wall to the top. You see this wall to the top of our map there, behind the bar, where all of the storage is up there.
Oh, that's nasty. Oh, what's going on back there?
I think that just leads to the basement. Do you smell something over there?
Yeah, I definitely smell something. Wish I didn't. I might cut my own nose off.
Okay, well, let me get on over that. Oh my god, what is that? That is foul, mate.
All right, 15 gold pieces. I'll go downstairs and see what it looks like.
How about 12?
13, you have a deal.
Sure.
All right, I'll take 13 gold from the till.
From the till.
Ye old till.
We got
Amazing. Oh my god.
Great.
Honestly, this is the best tips I've ever received.
Can I have a look at what
You sure can. Look at the props. Look how fun that is.
Have a look at that.
All right, so Valerie, by yourself.
You know what? Hold on. Before she goes in,
I just did a real life sleight of hand that nobody knows.
Before she goes in, I'll say, Valerie, was it right?
It's Valerie.
Valerie.
Yes.
Valerie, you look radiant today. I have all of the faith in you, using my bardic inspiration, trying to give her at least, I've paid for her to go in, but I'm not sending her in without a little bit of help.
I've got faith in you too, Valerie. Clonk, clonk,
Okay. And on that wonderful note, Valerie will shuffle down at the back. Going in alone, you have reminded me of that. Let's splitting the party.
Best practice.
I tell you what, Valerie will say, I'll take up 13 gold because it's not my 50, it's not my fee. I'll go in first.
Okay.
But why don't we all, back up your home slice and let's tackle this as a group because we're what better together.
Sure.
Oh yeah, Lahan would come
me.
anyway, more out of intriguement. Just wondering with the smell, is it... Lahan will know the difference between rotted, like fruit and stuff, and if there's like a stench of death or something, like rotted flesh.
Right.
So
Okay.
Roll for nose check?
You are actually roll me an intelligence check. We'll do that.
Oh
we'll
no,
do it that
I'm
way.
on wisdom. No.
I'll tell you what, I'll cast guidance on you.
Okay, I'll take that. Thank you. So intelligence check. That is 18 plus 0, but might as well use the guidance
Go
as
for it.
well.
Plenty
So
of
19.
intelligence there. You definitely are able to take a big whiff of this horrible rancid odor, and it does seem to be more rotted food and not bodies.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's
but there
why
is
then.
it definitely. It's foul. It is a level of rot that is this is not some bananas that went bad on the shelf. This is really bad.
I'm a bit worried because, we said something about having elf inspectors come round and stuff. And what's the dating process here? What's the use-by dates and stuff? Because
I don't think they're doing stock rotation.
I don't. Yeah,
It doesn't smell like.
Doesn't feel like FIFO's in place here, if I'm honest.
All right, so Valerie, as you creep down the stairs first in line, you see that it bottoms out into a smallish basement. You can see it there on the map. And you turn the corner, you see this has been basically used for food storage and prep. And as you enter the room, you hear in the corner a rat crawling out from behind all of there's food storage, there's crates, there's boxes, there's barrels. And all of it seems to smell terrible. You see a rat emerge, and you see its beady little eyes make connection with yours, Valerie.
Oh, I go, giant rats in the basement of the inn. I would never have guessed this. I guess it's insight, but like vibe check. Does this rat seem mean? Like beady black eyes?
It does seem mean. In fact,
the
the rat takes looks at you and takes off on a run and runs straight at you.
Right, no, you're not. Eldritch Blast, let's go.
Just as you're about to cast your spell, you reach forward and you're about to cast your spell, and the rat crosses over this grate in the ground. And as it does, you see smoke start to arise from the back of the rat. And you see it starts to scream, and then the scream turns into a yelp of pain. And you look at your fingers and you realize you haven't cast your magic yet. The rat seems to be in pain from some other source, and it starts crawling forward towards you, and you realize the back of its body is melting away, and it lands just screeching and crying, its beady little eyes falling out, and it melts in a pile of ooze. And ooze is exactly what comes up out of the grate, disintegrating the rat.
Valerie. I'm just remembering that conversation we had about the fun, whimsical game, and I just watched the rat get melted. Yeah.
Valerie, are you okay in there?
So everyone roll initiative. You are fighting a gray ooze.
No, Russ.
See, everybody started making fun of me that we're gonna fight rats in the tavern, and surprise, no rats, everybody.
Yo, this is on me, guys. I shouldn't have made fun of
I'm gonna use my initiative tracker right here, and I'm just gonna click this button, select all our players, 1, 2, 3, 4, and our ooze, and click roll all. And we get all the dice shooting across the screen, and it'll reorder everybody. So we've got Gianfranco first, Charlize second. That is Valerie third, the gray ooze, and then Lahane.
Doesn't feel right for a month to go last.
We can see our values if you want. You rolled an 8, Lahane. That's what I can tell you. Charlize with a natural 20. Gianfranco 7, Great Ooze 9, and Valerie rolled the 10. All right, so first up is Gianfranco. What would you like to do?
Good question. I'll actually move forward a little bit, so probably I'm all the way at the back. So I can move how far exactly? 25 feet, that's only 5 squares. So I'll try and stand next to the hay, I guess.
All right.
And then I've already used my bardic inspiration, and I'm not sure I can see things right there, so I don't think so.
There's your line of sight.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Okay, well. Good question. I do have my crossbow. No. Alright, so not a lot of options.
Welcome to level 3.
I think I will offend it slightly by using my cutting words, and I will say out loud, so it's this foul creature that's been ransacking the place. I will end your life immediately right now. And I will give, oh no, wait, you can expend 1 use of bardic inspiration, but I already did that. Yeah, you did.
You should have more than 1 use of bardic inspiration.
As long as someone's got slots, you can use it.
It says as bonus action for 10 minutes. Okay, well, okay. No, you're absolutely right. Alright, that's my, yeah, okay, I will use my cutting words on it, and its next attack will be affected by that, so, yeah, so it's within 60 feet, makes an attack roll, ability check, or damage roll. You can expend 1 use of bardic inspiration, roll the die, and subtract the number from the creature's roll. Should be fun, right?
Gorgelina.
Is that
Yep.
you roll a d6 and you take it off? Is it d6?
Yeah, exactly.
Go for it. Roll.
Okay, perfect. It's a 1.
Works for me. All right. That brings us to Charlize's turn. If that concludes your turn, Gianfranco.
Yeah, that was
All right.
everything I wanted to do.
Charlize, The little old tiefling into the basement, looking at an ooze coming out of the grate.
Okay. It's out of the grate, which is just right in the center.
Yeah.
Oh, do you not see the ooze on the screen?
I think it's just out of my line of sight.
Ah, I see.
Oh, yeah.
You can
There it is.
You can change the range as well if you want.
Okay.
Okay, I'll head down into the basement and go, God, what's all this commotion? God, this place is filthy. It needs a good clean. You know what's cleansing? Fire. I would like to stand next to Valerie.
All right.
And I will cast Firebolt as a cantrip against the ooze.
All right.
So, range spell attack against the target, 1d10 fire damage on a hit. Get it.
Sounds good.
That's an 8 total.
And that is its AC, so meter
Oh, okay.
All right, we can just
AC of 8.
AC of 8 for ooze.
To be fair, it's just a blob, right?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Didn't have time to put on
Hopefully
its
less
plate
than-
mail before.
Roll your damage.
1d10. That's 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. So you manifest a searing ball of fire. It shoots out of your elderly fingertips and across the grimy ground, and it absorbs into the belly of this bubbling ooze. And you see as the bubbles pop on the ooze, you see it sort of boil from within, and bits of steam coming out of it, hissing and soaking the ground with liquid. Next up is Valerie.
Okay, so obviously we've been adventuring for years. We didn't meet each other just like an hour ago.
No, of course not. No.
We know how we know how to gel.
Well-oiled machine.
Well-oiled, and I know my monk friend is upcoming, and I want to give them a hand. So let's go for a guiding bolt.
Okay.
I'll be like, get out my holy symbol of Orion. Be like, come on, boy, let's go. And I'm gonna cast guiding bolt on the ooze.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have to expend the bardic inspiration. I will do it. I don't have to. That's a 21.
Oh, nicely done.
Thank you. So that is 5d6. Radiant.
Goodness.
We love warlocks. Okay, that's 8, 10, 16 points of radiant damage.
Holy moly! This thing is as the light. Almost the rest of you almost have to hold back the light from your eyes. It's so blinding inside this room as it absorbed inside this bubbling ooze again, and you see it shrink almost from the impact of this light damage down to just a tiny little bubble itself. It's still barely hanging on, but it's alive.
Amazing. Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, he's all yours. I'm gonna back up because your attack has got advantage.
Yes.
But yes, I'm then going to go back up the stairs. Sorry, Nana. Sorry, Charlize. You've got this, and I'm just going to move back up the stairs behind her.
What's going on? Where am I?
All right, there you go. That means it's our ooze's turn. It is barely holding on to life, much smaller than when it first came out of the grave. But it's going to go 5, 10, 15. It's going to go up to our friend Charlize, Angel, and we can just look right here on its stat sheet right here, built right into the software. It's pretty cool. It can do its little pseudopod attack.
I've stepped in something.
All right, so I'm going to roll that right here in the software. As well. Boom, boom, boom. Roll 20. Nope. How do I do it?
Hey,
There we go. Push the button that says roll. All right, that is an 11 plus 3 to hit, so it's a 14.
With an armor class of 10, it hits.
All right, that means we do 1d6 plus 1 bludgeoning plus 2d6 acid.
Whoa!
All right, so...
I'll see you guys later.
Our new character, right? Like you brought it back up.
Yeah, it's
that
Tharlee's
was supposed to
angel.
happen. Sorry, hang on. I gotta take off the... Here we go. Hang on.
Our sorcerer is our front liner, of course.
Oh my gosh! 2d6, 17 points of damage!
17 points of damage.
17.
That ooze approaches approaches poor Charlize, and it crawls up her. And Charlize, you might not even be aware that it's happening at first.
Totally not.
And it crawls up. It's soaking into your doilies. Burning. There's a burning sensation. You smell it perhaps first before you even feel it. This ooze
what's
soaking
that like?
into your skin.
Should I walk towards it?
Well-oiled machine. We know what we're doing.
She is the 87-year-old tiefling is what you call a tank. All right, so that brings us up to Lahane.
So, Lahan, wondering why he didn't react faster to all of this, but he was obviously just thinking what the best thing to do was, and then let this all happen. So he is going to unsheath his Yugihoe, which is like a smaller sort of a melee version of a glaive, and he brings it forward, and he kind of comes up to where the ooze and Charlize is, and attempts to just sort of jab it off.
Okay.
Her.
If you roll a natural one.
22 to hit.
That, I believe, is a hit.
Cool. So.
Hold on the ooze or on me?
I think he had a good aim there. I think it's alright. So that is 8 piercing damage.
That will kill it.
Hey!
So you stab into it. Is your Hickama? What is it called?
Yugihoe.
Yeah, because you're tight. Is it metal?
Is it what? Metal. It is a metal end, but it's wood at the
All right,
base
so
of
the
it.
metal end does start to dissolve slightly.
Oh,
you kill this thing, but as you pull it out, you realize that your weapon has taken some damage, and it has a permanent -1 to. What is it? -1 to. It's the target. -1 pep. I think that's just the AC. It's not the weapon. Wait a minute.
Oh. There's some.
Dun, dun,
Crossing it.
The armor is destroyed. Oh no, it is only armor. It is not the weapon.
Oh.
Luckily.
Yes.
Does your armor have metal in it?
I don't have any armor.
I don't have any armor. Well, take that. All right, so the ooze is destroyed, and you see it seep down into the cracks of the tile on the basement floor. It is expired, and you see it sizzles a bit. Charlize is still nursing her wounds, but the rest of
It's a really good mop.
And I know we've already assigned the roles and stuff, yeah, but like, do we not think we need a cleaner around here?
And look, Charlize already knows.
She did suggest, mopping the place.
I will set this whole place on fire.
So you've said a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do think we need a KP at minimum. A KP at minimum.
I'm just going to start crackling fire in my hands.
Yeah, that seemed to be a bit of a misogynistic slime.
I tell you what, with the help of our pal Orion, bonus action, I'm going to heal you for 4 points.
Oh, I suddenly feel reinvigorated.
As a sort of apology for not running away, a strategic retreat.
Yeah.
You still see the sizzling carcass of the giant rat that was moving towards you, and the rest of this room does smell quite bad, and all of the stores of food in here seem to have spoiled.
Is that should we just gather all of this spoiled stuff and try and get it through the drain, and hopefully then that's done?
Oh, well, you have fun with that. I'm going to go wait for the supplier upstairs, make sure that someone's there to receive the goods.
I mean, I just want to say, if you're the bartender, you're going to be standing in that stench the whole time. So it's in your best interest to help us doing this, right?
I've drunk through worse.
Okay.
Counterpoint, I'd quite like a lie down.
Okay, plan of action. Some of us can shove rotted food down the drain. Okay. Maybe that could be some light activity. And why doesn't Charlize have a little sit down?
All right.
I'll supervise.
So Charlize cops a squat on the stairs leading down to the basement. The rest of you go over and start grabbing armloads of rotting and putrid smelling food, boxes that are falling apart, soaked through, soiled by the rotting garbage inside. I will allow you a choice between whether you are dexterously finessing the food or strengthfully crushing the food into the crate. So each of you roll me one of those two, whichever you choose.
I think we're all going to be dexing
It's
this
gonna
time.
be
All right, it's an 18 from Valerie.
All right.
That's a dirty 20 from Lahan.
All right.
I have no words.
Gianfranco?
I have a 5.
Okay, so Lahan and Valerie, you are picking things up and putting them through very, very vigorously, quite fast moving things, holding your nose and just getting it done, moving through the individual slats of the drain. Meanwhile, Gianfranco, you slip. Fall down, some garbage falls on your face, you're trying to push it in, the rest of you, he's getting in the way, he's causing all kinds of problems.
Right, I'm not being funny here, mate, yeah, but this is your bar, innit? And we're here to help you, and it just feels like you're not putting in as much effort as the rest of us are.
This isn't a clowning routine where there is so much horrible food and I feel sick.
Yeah, John Kyle, I've put in some bloody effort.
Charlize, you hear from above. From the floor above. And the rest of you you got handfuls of garbage. You're stamping them down and pushing them into the drain.
I'll say nothing to them for a quick glance, and I'll shuffle up into the actual bar itself.
All right. So we're back up into the bar for you. The rest of you still toiling away downstairs, trying to just. The process of pushing it into the drain is like anybody in the trash bin, just pushing it down. I know there's more room in here. I know we can get more stuff in here. Meanwhile, up in the tavern proper, Charlize, you hear the door. Big doors knocking past that antechamber, the main front door that you all entered through.
Okay, I'll totter over there. Is the cat still on the table?
There is a cat still curled up on the couch down here.
Okay, I'll go and then pet the cat.
Okay, as you pet the cat, you notice it is abnormally stiff.
Oh.
Really trying not to make a joke.
We'll
carry on.
Not that kind of stiff.
Yeah, we'll carry on though. Oh,
It is curled up in a little ball, and you touch it, and it's cold to the touch, and it doesn't move.
I'm gonna stroke it for a little bit too long and go, sleeping. And then I'm gonna head towards the door.
All right, so you move through those double doors that lead into the reception area, and as you open the door, you see this squat little dwarf with a big bushy beard, and he says, I'm here to deliver the food.
I'm sorry, dear, I didn't catch that.
I'm here to deliver the food.
10 o'clock.
I do believe I'm on time. I had an appointment here.
Does he have any wagon with him or anything like that?
You can see it maybe past the doors. It's farther down the road, yes, but he's standing alone there. He looks very impatient. Am I talking to the manager of this establishment?
Thursday, yes. Would you like to come in?
I want to do the business that I came here for.
We've got. I'm afraid we've got no food we can give you, but.
No, I have the food. I'm here to deliver the food.
Well, why didn't you say so? Food? Just bring it through. We're just cleaning up.
No.
downstairs.
You haven't paid for the food.
Just make a vain attempt to pat my pockets down.
Is there somebody else I can talk to?
Yeah, 10 o'clock. I didn't know that we didn't have it on back order. I thought it had already been arranged. Let me go and fetch my boss, and I'll. Gianfranco! Just wait.
All right, so as you scream down the stairs, the rest of you all just holding garbage.
Put that down, Gianfranco. You don't know where it's been. There's a man at the door trying to sell us a TV or something.
I'll look confused at her and walk my
I'm
way
the
up.
one that's not doing a fantasy setting. Which of course is a tiefling vision.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll make my way over there, but I'm clearly like smeared in every sort of.
Yeah, you have not been doing well
Yeah.
on the disposal job. You definitely stink. Your clothes are soiled. You've got bits of cabbage, rotten cabbage like stuck to your neck.
Leading him through back to the front door, I'll introduce him as, here he is, here's the money man, the big boss himself.
You got something on your chin there, boy.
Where exactly?
Right to the left, no, to the right, no, back to the left. Let me just get it.
Okay.
And he reaches up, plucks the cabbage.
I think you need my services.
Yeah, we have a little bit of a food crisis going
A
on.
food crisis, yeah.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
here's the deal. I know I took to Juan Franco,
Yeah.
and we negotiated the price, but the price has gone up.
And why has the price gone up exactly?
It's a simple supply and demand problem. I've got the supply, and you've got the demand.
So it's a classic shakedown then.
Your competitor across the way has been buying up a lot of my supply, a lot of my inventory, and so it just so happens that what I've got left is a little more expensive than it were.
All right. Well, yeah, I do get that, market economics and everything, but I also believe that a word is your word and a deal is a deal.
I've got lots of words. I've got the word, how about sausage? That's a word. And to just establishmentarian. That's a word.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to be trying to do then. I'm going to try and cast a spell, and it's charm person, and I'm going to try to charm this man.
Alright.
Just sticking to the deal.
I had it looked it up as well.
Oh, okay. Well, you can try after I failed horribly.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I'm just gonna look at the man and say, but surely, like almost in a Jedi mind trick kind of way, like minus the wipe.
Don't call me Shirley.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
That's great. Surely we would find some way to get out of this predicament, and I imagine you're an honest man.
Charlie starts unbuttoning.
Please keep your clothes on, please. You're already taken from my grandfather, all right? We don't need this man as well. Okay. So, and while I'm doing that, I'm like twiggling around my fingers in my pocket, trying to, cast this spell.
All right. So you want to try? Are you trying to do it secretly, surreptitiously, or are you just gonna cast the spell right in his face? Because if it works, he won't care. But if it doesn't work, you might want to try it secretly.
That's a good question. I think I'll just cast it in his face.
All right.
This man is clearly not having it, and neither am I. So.
All right. So you extend your hands and you go cast right in his face.
Yeah.
All right. And so he needs to roll
A wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. All right. Let us do that.
Anyone else concerned that the bard and the injured sorcerer are now using enchantment magic on a stranger?
We have too much dirt to be shoveling down a hole to be worried about that.
You guys are busy.
Well, it is.
If you're concerned about that, you're not shoveling.
We rolled a natural 17, so I think that saves. Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
What are you doing with your hands there? Are you trying to magic me? I don't take kindly to that kind of dealings. I maybe I'll just take my inventory and go home, and you can feed rotten cabbage to your customers.
No, this is just how I greet people generally, and this is before we make a deal, I have to wiggle my fingers. It's a weird...
What spell were you casting, mage?
First of all, I don't like being called a mage. I'm not really a mage. I'm just making music, and magical things with my words more so than
Potato. And frankly, I've got lots of potatoes in
You have loads of potatoes, by the way, in your beautiful cart, and I'm trying to distract the conversation from what just happened.
So the price is doubled. And
Okay.
I'm happy to have the conversation with you, but the price is
I would also like to cast
Oh my gosh.
Double up when everything goes wrong. You
All
just
right,
try
we'll try it
again.
one more time. Let's see what happens this time with the roll.
what are you doing, little lady?
12 plus...
plus.
No, 12 plus.
Damn it.
Plus 1.
My save is a 12.
I think, let me
Just
double
me.
check. Let me double check.
It's for me. It says Wisdom 13 attack save, so. But he meets it, and I think he
Meets
meets
it,
it.
yeah.
My spell
You just
save.
double check it's a...
My spell save
plus
DC is.
Yeah,
Oh,
wisdom's
it's one
14. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but what are you doing?
Did you say sausage?
I did. I also said I did this establishment Arianism. What? Listen, do you want my goods or not?
Just give him the money, old
but
Frank.
okay.
We're gonna make it back at any time.
We should have maybe asked first what the price was going to be. Sorry, what price were you asking?
Well, it's going up every second, you know.
Well, so
How about 40 gold?
40. Well, I've just made you 12 to go down first, so that seems still like a lot.
It depends on what you want. What are you making on what's on your menu?
Sausage.
Sausage. Well, I got that.
Yeah, that's
the menu
actually
so
a good question. I have no clue. Who was the cook again?
Yeah, well, sausage, some potatoes. If you've got any chicken in a basket lying around, we can do
I
that.
can do chicken in a basket, sure.
Maybe a
The
nice...
basket's extra.
So we'll just do
You
chicken.
want ale?
Oh, yeah, yes.
Do we want ale?
Price is going up. Price is going up.
No. Include the ale as well. Yes, yeah, sure. All of the ale.
All of the ale.
All of it.
I've got a lot of ale.
Yeah.
We'll take everything you've got. He's desperate. He's willing to pay any price.
You're undermining my position here, Chinese. Please. Yes. So 14 gold.
This is the opposite of a persuasion roll.
How about we're up to 70?
Just as a concerned citizen, do Lahan and Valerie hear this, or are we
Well,
shovel?
I think at this point you guys they've been gone quite a while. Like maybe you're getting to the point where you might want to go up and check on what's going on.
Right. I think just sussing the situation. I think Valerie is going to come up quickly, just like because I can do a few smells, some like fresh smells, and I'm going to come up and be like, oh. You just can't get the help nowadays. Come on, I'm so sorry. Welcome to my establishment. I'm Valerie Dovedale of the Old Gold Inn.
I was under the impression I was talking to the manager.
Those silly geese. No, come on, I pay you to clean, not to lie to handsome vegetable delivery men.
Thank you very much.
What a big cart.
Well, you can see it from there.
Oh, it's fantastic. I'm so sorry. Have the prices gone up?
Indeed they have, I'm sorry to say.
Oh.
You might want to check your represent... Are you...
Sorry, it's just... I know bad things come in threes.
Oh,
And my grandfather is sick.
that's
and
one.
then,
That's one, yeah.
and then we had the cat die.
Oh no, that's two.
I know, and now my poor business is going to go under, and that's the third thing.
It seems that is related to the first two, perhaps.
No, I don't, but it could be, but it's terrible, and, well, if that's the case...
Well, have you considered, right, meat is real expensive. How about we theme the menu tonight as a plant-based diet?
Oh, and this is why you're my business partner.
Absolutely.
This is why we work so well together.
Yeah.
Front of house.
Why was I wasting my time with these two?
It's just, it's been such a difficult year with dead dying grandfathers and dead cats and
the plague. Don't forget
the
the plague.
well,
the plague.
the plague.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Could I have like cast guidance on the way up? Just
Sure,
ready
I'll
for some-
allow that
Also,
as well.
just for the record, the advantage is being given out because we were so terrible.
By comparison, it is advantageous.
He's actually dealing with a normal person.
It's like a good cop, bad cop kind of situation.
That is a dirty 20.
All right.
But I understand your situation. They said dwarves don't have hearts, but I do.
Oh, I imagine it's a big old heart with a lot of space for love.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you a deal. One time only. It's contingent on never having to deal with those two again.
You have my word.
And full understanding.
Yes.
I'll give you the original price. And perhaps I'll come back and try the vegetable diet later.
I really recommend it. Once you've got past the first few weeks, it all goes a bit different down there. But once you pass that bit, all good. All
And
good.
a few vitamin supplements is on the side as well. But yeah, no, it's cracking.
I usually crap in a cave, so it might be a problem for the old dwarf over here.
Ugh, well, we all have our vices.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
All right, so you guys are able to construct a menu based on the new supplies that I forgot to even tell you his name.
Just remember, if you need supplies, old Gerald Rockdingle.
Oh, Gerald Rockdingle.
Gerald Rockdingle. Don't! I've heard them all before.
Oh, I'm sure you have.
All right, so he takes off. You were able to select from his stores of inventory what you would like to have on your menu. If you want to go all plant-based, but you get a bunch of ale to be able to serve the customers, and now you have to figure out what you're going to make for tonight as the time approaches when the tavern is going to open for all the people of the town. So what would you guys like to do?
I'll turn to the others as the door closes and go,
Didn't catch a word of it. That's okay.
Well, the Hyde will be getting the ale to the bar, making sure that that's all ready, quality checking as well.
Line cleaning.
Line cleaning, all of that. Whilst, really pushing. Honestly, I think going plant-based is the best idea. It's cheaper. We can also whack the price up a little bit because it's a special menu for special occasion. So it is minimal spend, maximum profit in it.
All the out-of-towners, they're going to be professional yuppies.
Exactly.
They love that stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sparkly pixies at a tree. They're going to be vegans, aren't they?
Let's gentrify this place. Let's do it.
I'll turn to it and go, so what's all this then? And just point to the bench. what have you bought?
They've bought just some vegetables.
Confused look.
Well, she's gonna be cooking it, so that's a problem then.
Just saute. When in doubt, saute. Can you saute vegetables?
Let's
I don't
find
know.
out.
Yeah.
As long as you've got the right amount of salt and pepper, you're good to go.
Amazing.
Okay, I'll saute. And then somehow I got it mixed up with sachet and
Shaking her hips.
yeah.
I think as host, doorman and waitress, Valerie, she's the golden trio. Valerie is going to start, numbering the tables, get a good system,
Love it.
clean up, cremate the cat, whack that in the fire. R.I.P. Tiddles.
Remembering that we've got a health inspection as well, and so far we've got rotted fruit and dead animals on the
We
process.
don't anymore. We can scoop the ashes at the end of the day, give it to the granddad, it's fine. But I'll get to cleaning, making
it.
sure that the restaurant is spick and span.
Yep, and Lahan's got the beer pouring. He has had one just to make sure it is exactly what it needs to be.
There was perhaps a moment when one of you saw Lahan just under the spigot for just a briefest of seconds.
Well, you don't want it to be dirtied by the glass, right? You want
Exactly.
All right, so Charlize, I would love you to tell me one of your skills that you're going to apply to the preparation of food.
deception.
I'll buy it if that's what you like to do. Fake it till you make it. Chef style.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, let's go with, yeah, what, where is the deception. Yeah, +2 for deception. Actually, I got survival on there.
Survival would be,
Survival would be much
classic
better, yeah.
cooking
Would be
skill.
much better, yeah. I'll do survival.
All right, give me a survival roll.
Clear honest. Just because I've been rolling a lot.
Yeah.
And
Let's go
Gianfranco, tell me, or maybe consider what you can be doing to help prepare for the arrival of the first customers.
That's a natural 20.
Natural
Natural
20.
20.
So, much to everyone's surprise, as Charlize Angel goes into the kitchen with all these things, complaining all the way as she was about it. All of a sudden, the entire smell of this place is transformed. That rancid smell that was wafting up from the basement is gone, and now there are incredible savory smells, these wonderful aromas coming from pots and pans in front of it. She moves like a wizard inside the kitchen, tossing spices onto things, grabbing ingredients you would never think go together, but somehow it all smells wonderful and looks amazing.
I've got a background in being an apothecary, so I'm just going to use it, just touch it up with a little bit of the fantasy equivalent of MSG, which is some alchemist supplies. So just like...
Lahan's just going to nod and take full credit because it was his idea to go plant-based. He's like, yep, this is correct. It's all coming together.
All right, and the time draws near. Valerie is numbering the tables, setting all of the cutlery out, making sure all the tablecloths are clean and flat, and the chairs arranged just so. The torches all lit. Everything looks great. Giancarlo, what are you doing?
Yeah, so I just wanted to freshen up
excuse me.
first, right? So I'm just gonna pop outside and go into that little lake that we had there, take off all the clothes, get my fresh pair of clothes, like my performing clothes out, and then just go tune the lute and the bagpipes. So just to make sure we have a little bit of a show later.
Little warm, a little ha 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 ma 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 la la la. You guys, as the doors reopen and you guys are all finishing the things, the food is getting prepared, everything smells great, and the doors open and in walks Gianfranco, dressed to the nines, a frilly throat collar, ready to perform in his best presentational outfit.
Stun.
Yeah, it looks completely different because this is where he is in his element. So he walks with that that stride in his step, yep, we're gonna own the place tonight, and hopefully the dice will agree with me, because otherwise my reputation is just gone.
Lahan's noticed this and he's gone, oh yeah, good point. Oh, I'm covered in rotted veg and stuff, aren't I? And he just takes his shirt off. He is now a fully tattooed half-elf, shirtless barman.
Oh, well, that kind of bar.
We are now.
I'm going to just use my cantrip method from the kitchen just to quickly broadcast over. Are we going sexy with it?
Charlize is down.
Sometimes the only way you can only go sexy with it.
Yeah. I'll have to be careful topless around the stove.
Things hang a little lower than I would like. Yeah, I gotcha. All right, so the time draws near, the preparations are ready, and just like that, you hear bling, 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 bling. The first customers are arriving at the door, and you see in through those gold-in arches, you see, I tickle myself. Sometimes I just do for me, you see two tall, lithe, elegant elves with golden hair pulled back into tight buns, ponytails, wearing they're clearly nobles. They're wearing
It's Lahan's half-elfness coming through.
I love it. They're both dressed very regally in purples and golds, and they walk in and say, "Hello, 2 for dinner, please."
Well, of course, right this way. And I'm gonna start hosting, so I'll take them to a seat. Like, hi, I'm Valerie. I'll be your server tonight.
I am Neymaris, and this is Alumen. We are food ease. The E stands for elf.
I love that. Love you. That's great. Let me get you some menus. Is it a little date night tonight, or is this a little...
Yes, a celebration. We hope to catch the lighting of the golden hawthorn tree later.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Can I get you guys some drinks?
I love a drink. How about you? Yes.
How tall is the bar?
How tall?
How tall is it?
I don't know, normal bar height, I think.
Lahan-
Actually, it's owned by halflings.
I was gonna
It's probably lower.
It's probably a little bit
Slightly lower. Pardon me.
Okay, Lahan takes an empty bottle from the shelf and he turns his back to the elves and just places the bottle on the lower.
Very suggestive.
I love it.
And that's what he's suggesting to serve them.
I'm just going to fire a quick message to Valerie and go, menus are on the bar, love. Did them after the first course was done being prepped.
Roger, smoky on your tail. And I make my way over to the bar, get the menus, and I go, Lahan, we have known each other for some time. Is that some green wine from Yieldy, Portugal?
So, what it is, right, this kind of white wine is best served warm. It's unusual, it's untraditional, but it will go with the food so well. Honestly, best we got in the house.
I'm just saying, Lahan, I'm the face. It's going to be me who gets the flack because of your... I don't want to go into it, it's not mine to know.
Honestly, do you think I'm wrong about drinks? It's definitely probably proof.
I think you're not wrong about drinks, but you being wrong, period. That's a whole other conversation, Lahan. Right, I'm going to trust you.
Yep, honestly, go with it.
I don't know how you want to flavour this.
I think the flavour's pretty
Lahan-
salty.
Thank you so much. I'm going to go. But I think Valerie is just going to hold her holy symbol and be like, hi, Orion. It's me. I don't know if we talk much nowadays. You're still giving me power. That's nice. Should I trust? Almost like a magic 8-ball. It's like, should I trust Lahan this moment? And it doesn't do anything. It's not a magic 8-ball.
Right.
Why not? I'll take the wine, I'll take the menus. I go, some menus, some wine, complimentary of our barman. Do you have a browse?
Yes, we are here for the quintessential Gold Inn experience. So whatever the chef recommends is what we would like. Your most opulent dishes, your most exquisite beverages. We want... We've come quite far for this, and we want something that will tickle our taste buds.
Of course. Well, we're out of chicken tendies, sadly. So what I would recommend...
The menu just says, you get what you're given.
And then Lahan just shouts over going, that wine has got such a personal touch to it. Honestly, never experienced anything like it.
This is why we show up first. Yes, this is why.
I love how similar you guys are. It's...
What are you talking about? Every elf is a unique snowflake.
You sure are. You're so darn cute. I'm gonna...
All right, they take the warm white wine that Lahan has shoveled off to them, and
Oh yes, no, I can smell its bouquet. Yes. How about you? Oh yes, I can smell its bouquet. Yes.
and they sip it. So I'd like you to I'd like you to roll what can we do here? How about a bluff of some kind?
Deception?
Yeah, deception check would be great. Just to see if they buy the fact that this is the top shelf liquor.
Oh no. 7.
Are you sure this is your finest beverage? Have you tried it, darling?
Give me 5 minutes, I can rustle up another one.
Oh, I am so sorry. That's probably on me. Tell you what, we'll do another bottle from the top shelf as soon as we can.
Perhaps we were not clear. We would like the finest experience you are capable of.
Well, capable of. You didn't hear anything. I'm Valerie, your waitress, and I'll take the wine. And oh no, it's happening.
Gianfranco, perhaps you want to set some mood, set some ambiance in the...
I'm gonna take out my lute and I'm gonna be, just a smooth jazz trying to produce out of this experience.
That's
Like an
smooth
upscale.
jazz.
It's a little bit more upscale, and it might clash with the sexy vibe we were going for, but at least we're trying to make something of it. So smooth jazz. Dude.
All right, roll me a performance check.
Performance. That should be good, right? Oh, okay.
You think?
Okay. That is a 26 actually.
26. Okay, so immediately you start with the. It's beautiful. It's filling the room already aromatic, now filled with beautiful audio as well. Wonderful sounds. Everyone feels rested. The doorbell rings again. It sounds like your second customer is here. The door bursts open. Bam! 4 large, burly, green orcs walk in. We've come for food.
Hi, I'm Valerie. Follow me. Let me get you a table.
But we need drinks.
They start chanting drinks, and food, and drinks. And it looks like they've just come from hunting or fighting in some way. They're dirty and filthy. They've got weapons and they're walking in, chanting and
Amazing. Honestly.
you see the 2 elves who are seated at the table turn. Not impressed with what's happening.
And these are more Lahan's people, so as they're chanting, he started to join in. Drinks, food in food. Takes a shot.
Right, well, again, you get on the drinks. I'll get them. I'll sort of. I don't have a message, so I'll just shout down the kitchen stairs. I'm like, Charlize, how we doing? We've got customers. They want food, mate.
They'll get what they're given.
Well, let's start giving.
And they'll bloody like it as well. I'll start coming up to the pass with plates.
I'll start running down.
Order up. Ding.
Copy that.
Roger.
Where's the rollerblading everywhere?
I'm really good at it, so I keep trotting down the stairs as well. I just sort of do like little stoppers.
Okay.
Is
Is the kitchen downstairs?
No,
it is that in that partitioned area behind the bar there.
So you've come down the stairs. Back here, love.
I roll a blade over.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a sign to you and ask you, hey, Valerie, where are you sitting these orcs? Because I could silence them at least for maybe the duration that they're gonna stay in a little bit of an area so they don't disturb the guests.
It's a terrible idea. But God, I love it. Let's pop them right in front of the stage. We'll keep the elves down by where the cat died. What could go wrong?
Exactly.
Nice, on it.
Perfect.
And I'll go, follow me to your mosh pit table. I'm taking them right in front of the thing.
Lord, mosh pit.
Yeah, you're at barrier. Woo!
Yeah. Louder music, louder.
You heard them.
Okay. It's a 20 feet radius, so they'll have to be packed quite.
Oh, it's an intimate table.
Okay. Get them as close together as much as possible.
I just shove it there like, cozy.
All right, and the elves are seated where the dead cat used to be.
Yeah, down by where the cat was raised.
Just as far away from the orcs as possible. They seem to be pleased by that turn of events. So the orcs are around the corner, up near the piano and the stage area where Gianfranco is looting away madly, just shredding on that loot. Just sick riffs. Just sick. He's just like going full, like, let's make those orcs happy as he can be. And you said you were going to cast a spell?
Yeah. So I'm just casting Silence, a second level illusion spell, but it does require concentration.
Okay.
So that's going to be a very interesting one, and that's why it's a horrible idea. And it lasts up to 10 minutes, so hopefully, at least for 10 minutes.
Right. So the orcs are like, drink. Just completely silent, unable to make any sound whatsoever, looking at each other, confused, angrily, start beating on the table. There's no sound coming at all.
Halloumi fries, quick!
Get them their food.
Meanwhile, the elves are raising their hand. Is all food almost ready?
Oh, it's so nearly ready. Isn't it, Charlie's?
I've slammed him two dishes. I would like to, the range of my mage hand, actually, no, I can do something else. I have, where is it? Because of my sorcerer, I can distant spell. Meta magic.
Oh.
So with my distant spell, I can double the range of my mage hand, and I'd like to carry out the
Amazing.
food to the people.
Yes.
Amazing. So you see these incredibly beautifully arrayed dishes of steaming food levitating from the kitchen, dancing like, be our guest, be our guest. Again, no trademark infringement, but...
because she's really old, her mage hand's slightly shaky.
She's got full Angela Lansbury.
Just don't order the soup.
That's
Two
amazing.
soups reference.
The plates arrived. What? Please describe to me, Charlize, what is on the plate for our
For
elfin?
the elves?
Yes.
It's
They wanted the chef's recommendation, the most exquisite dish available.
Oh, it's as Charlize has come to learn in the last 2 hours, is something called pak choy, and rice. You've got some like sautéed courgettes in there with all sorts of manners of spices. You've got a steaming kind of, speckled with seasoning looking red rice that's sort of wafting a lovely smell of paprika and MSG throughout the establishment. Really nice, sort of very healthy, almost like a bibimbap kind of
amazing.
mixture of salad and rice and that kind
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So those plates land, and the elves are just enamored by what they see. They've never seen anything like it. It is gorgeous. Your natural 20 on your survival skill earlier is in full effect here. It is just overwhelming. The delightful flavor profiles they've never experienced before, and so they just eating hungrily. The dead silence in the upper corner near the music is very strange because it seems to be getting more and more violent there. No sound whatsoever, but things, chairs being picked up and slammed on the ground. The orcs are just freaking out, trying to figure out why they can't make any noise whatsoever. At one point, one of them stands up and stands against the wall, and another one pulls out a knife and starts throwing it at them. And they're it looks like they're trying to do some sort of drinking game of some kind, waiting for their drinks to arrive.
Wait, what? I'm serving the drinks as well? I thought it was a prepared place on the bar situation.
Well, where are they, Lahan?
Well, they're on the bar. I've had two of them. Why should I be waiting for you to take them?
I'm sorry, I was just getting really distracted by the knife throwing. Yeah, no, that's on me. And I was gonna take the drinks over, roll a blade, it's Pim's the clock.
So Lahan, what are these drinks? Have you made a concoction that's something special?
We have gone with spiked ale.
Spiked.
So the spiked ale is a pull of the ale.
With an actual spike in it?
Actual spike in it. It's a mysterious bottle, not that one, that I couldn't quite decipher what it was. It's very strong in proof. It kind of burnt a few nasal hairs, so there's a double shot of that in each one of the ales.
All right, I love it. As you walk over, you're delivering the drinks?
I pick them up and put them on my tray.
Okay.
And I'll roll a blade over to the silenced area.
Exactly, as you walk in, and the silence envelops you as well, and the sound of your rolling wheels, obviously, all of a sudden, it just disappears, and you are in that silent bubble. You lay the drinks down, and the orcs are like,
and I'll just do the same.
They pick up and start drinking heavily, knives throwing at the wall, boom, thunking into the side. No sound, of course. But
Mage Hand's doing devil horns.
Charlize's mage hand rocking away as Gianfranco continues to just shred on the lute. And you hear
More.
Is it too late to burn this place?
2 more customers, Charlize, and then we go to plan fire, okay? Hi, welcome to the Old Gold Inn. I'm Valerie. How can I help you?
You see a woman. Well, actually, the first thing you see is an enormous 8-foot tall white owl bear. an enormous owl bear, and standing next to it is a small human woman with long, dirty brown braids, wearing a pelt that goes over one shoulder, cinched at the waist with what we would in the States call a fanny pack, but I think has different context here.
But would also be appropriate for this bar.
Indeed. And the owlbear bursts in, and this woman, she walks in and she says, "I'm Satan, this here's my owlbear Brenda."
Hi, Zaki and Brenda. We have actually got some lovely seating outside and a wee playground for the baby.
The owlbear is standing in that arched doorway and she's barely able to contain itself, and she's like, "He needs food!"
Yeah, so let's get you sat outside. Come on, let's take you around the back.
I don't want to sit outside. I want to sit inside. He's my emotional support owlbear.
Try inside that. I want an inside check that. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, well, you said she definitely is attached to this owlbear, but that seems to be a bit of an exaggeration as to how attached she is.
Yeah, I'll say, I really understand that. However, we have a bartender who's allergic to owls and bears. So I tell you what though, if you sit outside with a great view of that tree, and I'll throw in a big old barrel of water for Brenda here.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I'm gonna cast guidance.
Okay.
Persuasion.
All right, that is a 19.
Oh, well, she says, "All right, but I want service!" And she leaves with the owlbear thumping up through the arches outside. Just as that is happening, the 10 minutes is up of the silent spell, and you hear an incredible crash and crunch as the table itself seems to be broken as the orcs are drink. They're back.
Lahan is just getting this mysterious bottle that he has. He thinks it's bourbon, but there's another quality to it. He's not sure what that is. It could be a floor cleaner.
We could have used that earlier.
And he's now doing double shots, topping it with ale, getting it sent over to the orcs.
As these orcs are getting their drinks, they are getting completely sloshed and more belligerent.
Tell me about the tree. Does it get real pretty? Tell me. Hey, you,
Me?
guitar boy. Play something sweet and slow. No, play something fast.
They start fighting. One of them grabs the other and starts choking. It looks like a brawl is about to break out amongst this party of orcs. The elves on the other side of the room looking over.
What's that sound? It's just the orcs getting a little bit out of control, but we got everything under control, so don't worry about it.
I've got good customers waiting for muffins. Tell them it's fight night or something.
That's actually not a bad idea. An impromptu cage match. Is that what you're suggesting? Okay.
What? I'm too busy.
Okay, so I try to jump in between the orcs and try to separate them a little bit and try to take orders. You know, like an order or a turn order in the song requests, I guess, like a DJ almost, trying, to figure out, okay, so you go first and then you go, but just don't, it's all fine.
All right, I'm gonna roll a die here, and I only rolled a 5. So, one of the orcs reaches out to try to push you away, and he just stumbles and falls flat on his face, and the other orc turns and goes,
Did you knock him down?
Yes, and if you're not careful, I'll do it to you too.
roll intimidation check, please.
Yes.
All right.
Are we going to plan 5?
No, we're going to plan, hopefully not burn the place down. No, that's plan fire. Okay, never mind. All right, here we go. That's a 19.
19. All right. The orcs are.
All right. No, we're not here for trouble.
We're not here for trouble. He picks up a knife and throws it at his friend who's standing against the wall again. Thunk right into the thing. They turn back, and you seem to have diffused the situation, at least for the present. The elves turn to you and wave at you and say, "Is there a dessert course?"
There sure is. Isn't there, Charlize?
You get what you give.
And let me tell you, what you're going to be given is going to be sweet. Let me go check on that for you now, and I'll run and try and find something sweet.
I'll just bring up to the dessert. I'm just going to pour a bunch of sugar on a raw carrot and put that
Thank you, Charlize. Just pick it up. I don't know. And I take it over and I'm like, this is a incredibly rare and exclusive delicacy that only the best foodies actually know about. So please enjoy sugar stick. And I shake it a little bit.
Have you heard of sugar stick, darling? Yes, I believe I have. It is quite rare. Oh, let's try it. Okay.
And they start nibbling on the sugar, the sugared carrot, raw carrot.
And I just go, yes, it's a really acquired taste. Only the most, refined palates actually enjoy it.
Lahan comes up behind as well, and he's just, whilst you're doing this, and he's just pouring some sort of shots. He's like, it's best paired actually with a dessert wine, so you need to have a little sip of this, and that's really going to elevate the flavours that you are consuming.
Oh my.
It is the bottle from earlier.
Roll me another deception check this time.
Why do I keep doing this? I don't have any deception or charisma.
Valerie, tell them they need to eat it in the traditional manner. Why reject?
It's now a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Oh, amazing. So this time they sip it and like, oh yes, I taste it now. Yes, this is quite different. Yes. And they lift the carrot and start nibbling on both ends, like what is it, Lady and the Tramp? Again, no trademark infringement. And they're crunching it. Meanwhile, the orcs are slamming the table, throwing knives, and you hear from the outside of the building, boom, boom. Boom from the outside of the building around the area where the outdoor seating might be.
Did you feed the owlbear?
Could you get me a big barrel of water and a lot of leaves? I'll be right back. And I'll take the barrel of water and some leaves and be like, Brenda! Come here, Brenda!
You see the giant owlbear moving forward quite fast as this little human with the braids sits at the table patiently, not doing a single thing to stop the owlbear from rushing toward you.
No, I'm gonna go full, gentle, nicely, yeah.
You got an animal handling throw? Can you roll me an animal handling check?
Would you allow a guidance?
I would, yeah, if you got it.
Go for it. It's an 8. But I'm really trying my best.
Well, I didn't realize you were trying your best. That is true. The owlbear looks at it. You have water and vegetables.
Yes.
And it grabs its giant beak. I mean, this thing is 9 feet tall, 8 feet tall, whatever. It reaches down with its giant beak, pulls the leafy greens in its mouth. It is, they're chomping, they're flying everywhere, and it kicks over the water that you were holding with its foot. All the water spills on the ground, and then it looks down, looks up at you angrily.
That was on you. Do not blame other people. Do not externalize your mistakes, Brenda.
As that's happening, you see another noble. This is a human who is adorned in the colors and the outfit of the royalties. It seems like a representative of the royalty, just walking the kingdom, walking right by you, not looking at the situation as the water spills, feeding the owlbear. It's got cabbage in its mouth. It just walks in past you. You see, Charlize, you can see that this representative of the government has just walked into the building.
I'll message to Lahan and go, I think they look quite important. They might be the inspector. I don't know. Just tell them that it's what day is it today? As in
it's the spring celebration day. It's the day of the
Do you know the
festival.
day of the week?
Sure, it's Tuesday.
Tell them it's Sexy Tuesdays.
Lahan's been talking to the high elves at the table. He's like, yeah, so apologies about that. I got my pairings wrong, but I didn't have access to the menu beforehand, but now I know what the menu is. Obviously, all going to be great now. Enjoy. Do you know what? Have the rest of the bottle on me, no worries. And then I get the message.
Delightful. This is quite.
Oh, yeah,
We'd love to interface with the chef if you would allow it. And
honestly,
offer our sincerest appreciation.
Yeah, absolutely. You are in for a treat when you meet them. However, as you can see, they are up against it. Look at all these. Oh wait, I'm getting a message. Oh wait. Oh crap.
Right. For an out.
You see the envoy enter the room and looking at things, but rubbing a finger on the wall. Meanwhile, the orcs chanting, Gianfranco shredding still. They're like, rocking in the back, slamming, picking up tables and cracking things in this little alcove that's, kind of their own personal area at this point. Stuff is just going wild.
Welcome to Sexy Tuesday.
And you see this envoy. I would like to be seated like a regular customer, please.
Oh, absolutely. Where do you want to sit then?
Centrally located, please.
Okay,
with
yeah,
a
it's
full
just,
view of the goings on. Her Majesty, the Queen, has sent me as a representative to make sure everything is on the up and up.
Yeah, no, definitely. Everything's all good here. No rotting fruit, no dead animals. So, you step outside for 1 minute.
Why can't you be left alone? Why? I asked for one thing, and that is just to be able to trust you all, and I need a holiday. I need a holiday.
Put a request in, management will consider it.
Go for HR, love.
So you seat this person, the envoy, in the central table in the middle of the entire tavern. To their right, the elves having a delightful time just drinking the complimentary bottle that you've given them, munching on their sugared carrot. The orcs are throwing down in the back. And there is clearly some loud sounds coming from outside.
Brenda! Gently, Brenda! Brenda! Bad Brenda!
And just about that time, Charlize, as you're standing there, you've been furiously cooking, mage-handing food in that back area, making this incredibly wonderful meal. Roll me a perception check, please.
Okay, cool. That's a 6 total.
A 6.
I'm
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Dice jail it goes.
Yeah.
Dice jail for it, yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's a D30.
So you don't notice anything. You don't notice anything. There is, you are so consumed by what you're doing back there.
My glasses have all steamed up.
Yeah, indeed.
Clanging around.
Indeed. She's fallen in love with the joy of cooking, and but something seems to be moving under Charlize's feet. There is one of the oozes has crept up.
Have I had time for a short rest between?
I don't think so. I don't think there's even any resting.
We've been flat out against it. We've been.
If you were short resting, we need to have a talk about
when you were faffing around in the cellar or wherever.
and you were lying
And
to
you
the
were lying
vegetables.
I wasn't. I was seducing the vegetables.
Oh, that's where
I need to learn my
Okay.
Well, if you're not in work at seduction, then I don't know what you're doing.
So, because you failed, or because you rolled so low on your perception check, another ooze comes up from the basement, up the steps, slithering up each step. You're completely oblivious to it. It moves between your feet. You're cooking furiously. Don't notice anything. It comes around the side toward the center of the tavern, slithering, moving, leaving a trail of green goo in its wake. It gets to near the center table, behind where you are, just as you're seating the envoy, and you see this horrible, disgusting green ooze moving from back area. Shut leaves with a big smile on her face, completely oblivious, came right back from her. Valerie, you're coming back into the room trying to get more water or more something for Brenda.
Brenda. Do I see the ooze as well?
Yes, everybody sees the ooze except Charlie.
She's like, reaching for a spice, and the ooze is right there. She's about to touch it. Just moves just in time. Yeah. Tries to grab her. And
Did somebody fill out the pest control file?
Shh, don't use that word, Lahan. We don't. That's where I left it.
Left what?
My friend.
Gary.
I don't pick it up. Our intern. Our head of staffing.
I mean, if you approach the ooze, I think we would have to roll initiative.
Oh
again.
dear. I have Mage Hand. I'm going to cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
And I go, there's Debs. Oh, you were meant to be upstairs and do Mage Hand to pick up the ooze. Oh, Debs.
All right. So as your mage hand comes down toward this bubbling, disgusting gray ooze, it starts fighting back against the mage hand, slapping it away. With the mage hand attempting to pick it up and grab it.
Debbie, remember our teamwork workshop? Okay? We are collaborative, not offensive.
The envoy is aghast, looking at this thing. This is a type 2 public health violation. This shall not stand.
That's Debs. She's just HR. Honestly, she's fine. She's cranky. She's like everyone else.
There's only one way to deal with this. Pulls out the Yugihoe.
All right, roll initiative real quick. Fighting in that, so we're going to use our initiative tracker again.
Nice.
Another gray ooze battle. Let's select all our folks.
Does it look as big as the last one, or is it?
Oh, it is definitely as big as the last one.
Okay. I thought it was small. I was like, I can make sure that.
Oh, wait, I gotta add the ooze first. Hang on 1 second. This is a brand new ooze. This is one that has clearly crawled up out of that grate again, looking for more of the food that you just fed it, evidently. Just loving all of that. So
You've had enough.
all right, so we got a great ooze in there. Now we're gonna do our initiative tracker.
Plan fire's looking pretty good. Actually, I don't know that anything's wrong.
No,
so
you
I'm
have
still
no
alright.
idea. It's good.
All right, we got lots of folks.
Keep pulling out the MSG.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm actually gonna add all of the folks in the bar. In the
Oh my gosh.
That's gonna get
Yeah.
such a mess.
Righty.
All right, the first two to do anything are our, I think are our nobles. Oh no, wait, that's not true.
Well, they go from left to right.
Yes, you're right. The nobles rolled 18 and 16, so these are our elf friends. These, they immediately stand up and drop their sugar carrots, and they start moving toward the back of the room. They're horrified. Things are quickly going out of control as a hostile gray ooze has been fighting back against this mage hand spell. Next up, we would have Gianfranco, who you see. Gianfranco, you see the ooze from the stage. What would you like to do? Actually, you're down with the orcs at this point.
But I do see it, right?
Yeah. Yes, you see it.
I will make my way over there, but like in a way where I'm shuffling backwards, still shredding the loot, like looking over my shoulder, what the hell is going on, and how can I do this?
All right.
And then, my lord, I'll cast Vicious Mockery. I think I should be able to cast that to it. I'm gonna call the ooze an ugly thing
I
again.
think it has to be able to understand
Does
a
it?
language, which I don't think an ooze does.
So cutting words doesn't. You would assume it have this. All right, so how far can I get? I don't think I can get close to it. Well, first thing I'll do is, Lahane, I'll give you another beautiful compliment and say that, you know, the shirtless look is really working for everybody in the bar. And that gives you that bardic inspiration, right? So that's the first thing. And then, yeah, that's That's about it right now.
Okay. Next up is the ooze, which is going to turn on our friend Valerie because she cast a mage hand on it.
Debbie, stop it! Hey.
Yeah, you're trying to maintain a certain air of professionalism as the ooze is striking out at you, and it is going to roll. Oh, that's an 18.
I'm going to use a luck point and make it re-roll.
All right, we'll do it. Let's see how this goes. Oh, so close to a 3. Did you see that?
Yeah. That's fine. Valerie's luck was going to run out at some point.
All right, here goes 3d6.
Owie.
What's your HP?
24.
Oh, very low.
Oh, that was
5 points of damage. 1 is bludgeoning, and 4 points of acid damage. So it doesn't hurt you very much, but it is crawling up, and as the envoy is looking at you, and you're trying to, and it is sizzling. Your arms is steaming. Your clothes are burning
I
off.
was like, ooh, Dabs, your moisturizer's pretty potent, babes.
All right, that brings us to your turn. Oh no, excuse me. That's Lahane's turn.
Right, so is part of the ooze still on the floor?
Yeah, it kind of struck Valerie, but it is still on the floor.
So I would like to hit with the Yugihoe and just drive through it, and if I can, sort of embed the Yugihoe into the floor as well, blade side.
Oh, nice. All right, try to pin it in place?
Yes.
Well, it is an ooze, but
Yeah.
yes. Okay.
Well, let's see how that is.
Oh, I need to roll one of those. That is dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, I was going to say, don't forget the party inspiration.
Oh, no, thank you. I've got more planned. So that is an 8 plus 3, so that's 11.
11 points of
Piercing
damage.
damage.
All right, so you've already hurt it quite a bit. Oh, were you wearing any metal armor?
No, I definitely got any armor on.
Okay, all right. So
I'm following up with a bonus action.
Okay.
Because I can do an unarmed strike as a monk. And I now put myself onto the pole end of this, spin around, and then drive a foot down into the ooze
amazing.
for, I'm just doing a cop dice. That is dirty 20.
Nice.
Wow.
For, that's 4 damage from the kick.
Okay.
And I think I will flurry of blows this as well, so I get
Amazing.
2 more unarmed strikes. And what Lahan is doing with all of this is he is pole dancing.
I was just
Dance fighting.
A shirtless half-elf monk covered in tattoos is now pole dancing for everyone's entertainment, whilst also taking kicks and jabs at the slime every time he gets close to it.
I've had this dream.
So we have a 14 to hit and no, sorry, it's a 19 to hit and a 12 to hit.
Those both hit. Level is an 8 AC.
So that is 6 plus 6, so 12 damage from the flurry of blows.
That is enough to destroy this thing. So
I can disengage from a flurry of blows. I'm still going to, as he just pulls himself up and backflips from the pole, landing 10 foot closer to the bar.
amazing.
Perfect.
Amazing. Incredible.
That's fine.
Everyone, that's all part of tonight's entertainment. The battle of the hunk in the slime. That's a reenactment of a historical event that happened very here in this beer bar about 20 years ago, was it? 20, 30 years? Yeah, sometime around then. Yeah.
All right, both of you roll deception with advantage.
That 20.
Amazing.
Oh, and I got 23.
Amazing. So what happens is this noble, this envoy of the queen, sitting at the table, this ooze has come out from the kitchen. It attacks Valerie. Valerie, paying very little mind to it. The elves in the back of the room standing up, moving back, everyone getting scared. The envoy starting to feel danger in the room, but Lahan leaping, dancing, checking the ooze every time, kicking, smacking, stabbing it, just making it all flow in an incredible thing, landing with a flourish, backflip, boom, everybody clapping, and then Valerie going, all part of the entertainment. The envoy Yeah. The tavern next door had nothing like this.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you come to this tavern, innit?
They have actually been bad-mouthing you quite a bit, telling that there would be numerous health violations if I came over here.
Jealousy is an ugly thing.
Indeed. They told me to check your foodstuffs. The thing had been rotten, that there were all manner of nefarious creatures roaming about. Quite a lot of gossip from the other side of the street.
Right, Valerie knows about gossip, and I'm smelling someone's stirring the pot, and so I think someone's trying to do over your grandfather. She's like, that's typical of them over there, because I shouldn't gossip. I shouldn't say anything.
Oh, but it's true though. It is.
It's just that they were organising Let's Kill the Queen meetings, and I was just like,
That's a big line to go
straight away. And that is so
Just straight
inappropriate. Like, we love the Queen.
Absolutely,
oh my God.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
like, we love inherited monarchy here. It's just
all about that.
all about it. And just over there, they were like, no, let's get a president. Let's elect our heads of state. And we were like, guys, stop it. It makes sense they'd spread lies.
Quite offensive. We hate democracy.
It's the worst, isn't it?
Honestly, yes. It's best that other people make decisions for us because we're too stupid.
Indeed, divine right of kings.
What's going on out there, guys? Are you hating democracy?
Nothing, we're just destroying democracy, it's fine.
Johnny's, don't ruin the spring day with politics. You always bring it up after a few drinks.
I just love authoritarianism so much.
If you'll excuse me, I must retire. I must alert the authorities about what I've heard here.
Oh, yes.
Carry on. Seems like you're running a upstanding and delightful establishment.
And just at any point, if I catch someone from that other tavern by the window, I should be like,
You're going to jail.
just fully better run.
As the envoy is leaving, they get 2 steps toward away from the exit, and they turn back and go, I remember the last time I was here, there was a delightful cat that used to wander around. Whatever happened to that wonderful little beast?
Oh, Brenda? Oh, yeah, Brenda grew up. Yeah, no, Brenda. She's right there. I'm going to
The door opens and
Hi, Brenda.
Oh,
Master
wonderful.
stroke.
Amazing. So you are in the clear. The health inspector has left, probably going outside to pet the owlbear, thinking it's the grown-up cat.
Yeah.
And things proceed apace inside the tavern. More guests come in, come out. You are serving. You've kind of figured this out to a certain extent. There's chaos, and barely contained, but you have managed to find the way to do food, entertainment, front of house. You're serving drinks. You are actually operating this tavern.
So it's just like any other tavern then.
Exactly. Barely contained chaos.
Any other
But with some whimsy.
Whimsy.
And flair.
The occasional pole dancing ooze murder in the middle of the,
we licensed for that kind of entertainment.
No, let's not get that.
But at a certain point, you hear from outside the tavern itself, "Hey, what are you doing? Get out here! Get out here, Juan Franco! I know you're in there!"
Oh, mate, that sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, it seems like it. I'm gonna go walk outside, have a look, but I'm looking outside of the window, like a curious granny, looking outside of
How dare you?
Yeah, you peel the curtain back and you see the proprietor of the tavern across the road standing.
I think this is a you problem.
Standing in front of the tavern across the way, shouting and yelling at your tavern. "Get out here! Hey, show your face, Juan! Show your face!"
Well, I mean,
He asked for your granddad. Oh my gosh, look at all these tables and he busting. I can get some cutlery. I can get some cutlery done.
I got to load up, but I can get the glasses.
Yeah,
cleaned.
no, that's
yeah.
good.
Oh, right.
Right then. it seems it'll be up to me to. I'll just go outside, I guess. But you guys will back me up later, right?
Yep, sure, no worries, yeah.
Sorry,
definitely.
too busy cooking, can't hear you.
All right, you inspire such confidence, people. Right, okay, let's see. I mean, he gets not Juan Franco, he gets Jean Franco. So let's see if he's happy with that.
All right, so you step outside, and here's our outside map. Most of you are still inside the tavern.
Oh, polished by the window. it helps to see the stains, yeah, you know.
Indeed. Looking, we still have our owlbear and Brenda and Zeke are still outside eating in the only outdoor seating in the entire place. But you see this man in long robe standing there, bald, bushy beard, standing out there. Where's Juan Franco?
Sir, could I ask you to keep it down? We're running a refined establishment. So
Refined establishment?
This is really unnecessary.
I have it on good authority that you should have been shut down ages ago.
Well,
This is not acceptable. Now you're casting aspersions about my place of business. I've made the bad guy an ugly American just
That's super considerate.
On behalf of the entire population, welcome to the United Kingdom.
We love inclusive fun.
Get out here. Who are you?
Well, I'm the grandson, so you'll be dealing with me today and not with Juan Franco.
Is he dead?
Well, that's none of your business, I would say.
And you see his eyes cast down. He should have been dead by now.
Dun dun dun.
So here's the question then, right? So we had the health inspector around, and he seemed, how shall I put this, quite informed about our situation. We just arrived here today, and well, I just get this feeling that somehow you're involved in all of this.
How dare you? How dare you? What proof have you?
Proof? Good sir. We don't need proof. We're standing in the middle of the street, and this could go one way, or it could go another way, without any proof, I would say.
Okay, I'm gonna save the fighting talk. Valerie has put down the polishing. She's rolled up the sleeve. She's come out the door. She's like, tell him. Yeah, she's backing it. She's back up Jean.
And Lahan never turns away from a fight, so seeing you
Yeah.
roll up your sleeves and stuff, he's
All right,
got
so
the Yugihoe.
the party. What about Charlize? Is she still?
So, Charlize would like to make her way through the tavern to the front door and cast Disguise Self on herself
All right.
as your grandfather.
Oh, nice! I love it.
Such a
What do I? Let me just quickly. Okay, it's spell save DC when they to detect. So I don't actually have to roll. So I'll do that, and then I'd like to cast my thaumaturgy cantrip to slam the door open. And a booming voice go, what did your granddad sound like?
His dad is kind of like this.
He was vomiting a lot.
He was vomiting quite a lot.
How dare you come here and interrupt Sexy Tuesday?
What? I knew you was in there. You were lying to me and telling you wasn't in there. Why aren't you sick?
Why would I be sick?
Well, no reason. But this whole space wasn't even supposed to be working today. You're stealing good customers from my tavern.
It's free economy. Customers can go wherever they wish if they'd like to go into a fetid hovel like you own, or to come to a very sexy establishment like this side of the street.
It's true, sex does sell, but can't imagine you'd be into that
We've
much.
got.
Yes, we're selling sex in here.
So now it's a brothel as well.
No, wait, I mean,
We're selling the illusion of sex.
that what he says.
Yeah.
Fergalicious style, you know.
If any place is fetid, it should be yours. I have it on good authority that your basement should be full of
rotting fruits and vegetables.
What is this authority?
Well, I'm not at liberty to share that.
Can I make a perception check? Is the health inspector anywhere still around, or have they completely left?
They've left.
Okay.
They've left.
Okay.
Well, now that the long arm of the law has gone, we can get down to some real business. Why don't you share with us exactly what you put in our now sparkling basement?
The same thing I'm gonna put into each of you right now.
And he starts.
Welcome to Sexy Tuesdays.
Don't find me with a good time.
Phrasing! Not my strong suit!
And neither is running a popular pub.
Burn.
Oh, are we going to plan fire?
Yes, put on their tavern.
You see the well that's directly in front of you start to bubble.
Ooh, a hot tub.
And if you peer, from your vantage point, you can see that the top layer of the well is clear water, but the lower layer of the well seems to have a murky, dark, disturbing color to it. And Gianfranco, you would know that this well goes directly under your grandfather's tavern and is sourced in the basement. There was a big, you'll remember, in the basement there was a big vat of water. It's the same water that is fed from that well. And you see him, the man, he's,
we're gonna end this right now!
and he starts to gesticulate, and the ground starts to rumble and shake, and you see a zombie start to rise up out of the ground, and you realize that the proprietor of the competing tavern, Maximilian Borger, has been dabbling in necromancy.
Look, we all have to have hobbies, mate, but honestly, have you tried TTRPG to get out of your anger?
I see you've brought your mum with you.
Roll initiative, everybody! Zombie.
Are there any other patrons around this sort of square?
You have Zeke and her owlbear, Brenda, who are sitting in the outside area. All the other patrons are inside, and then through the window beyond, you can see the other tavern also has patrons in it.
Okay, remember guys, for the ask, this is still dinner theatre. Okay, this is actually
It's always dinner theatre.
It's always dinner theatre.
Dinner and a show.
The show never stops.
All right, we're rolling initiative. Let's see what everybody gets. Looks like our necromancer Maximilian has rolled a natural 20 on their initiative. Then we have Zeke and let me see. Yeah, Zeke rolled a 16. Then Charlize with a 14. Valerie and Lahane both rolled 12. So whoever has the higher dex modifier will win that one.
I'm currently +3.
I'm also +3, so we have to
See what the
intelligence.
system decided.
No!
Guys, sorry.
Intelligence.
a roll off.
Mine's an 8.
Intelligence. Oh, then yeah, fine. I'm a 10.
Oh.
Look at that.
Well, we can see that you're a 10.
All right, so first up is our necromancer. And our necromancer is going to, actually on their turn, what they did was they animated the dead.
He's got such a deep baritone. You've got such a deep baritone to your voice that when you say necromancer, it really sounds evil.
Yeah, necromancer. And so the necromancer has animated the dead, and you see this zombie, like I said, rise right next to the bespoiled well there. This zombie rises from as if something has been buried right there in the well, potentially bespoiling it.
I just wondering now, did we serve any water to these customers coming from that barrel? Because we might have created a whole host of problems.
Luckily, most of them ate the ale and grog and beverages that.
If we go to plan 5, if
We have a
starts
claim
sturdy
rule
inside,
here.
right?
It's H2O, hell no.
next up is who's that? That is our noble. They're not even noticing what is happening. They're some shouting, but they're enjoying a delicious meal in the outdoor seating. So we're up to Charlize's turn. Charlize has been disguised as Juan Franco Lopez.
I'm gonna turn to. Is it the Zeke? Is the owlbear's owner?
Indeed.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to Zeke and say,
As this fella's grandfather, I hereby authorize free drinks for life if you kill that man.
She turns and says, "Brenda, attack!" All right. Would you like to do anything else on your turn? I would consider that a free action.
okay, cool. In which case, I still have a. I kind of want to.
Next up will be Valerie and then Lahan.
I kind of want to save Scorching Ray for the ultimate. I'll fire a cantrip of Firebolt at him.
Makes sense.
At the Necromancer.
All right.
Actually, I'll fire it at the zombie. Just as a character, I think that seems more. I can't get my. I've just searched the word cantrip. That's why. Sorry.
Yeah.
Fireball. There it is. Cool. So just general attack roll. General attack roll. Nope. That is a 8.
To hit,
Yeah.
the zombie has a AC of 8.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
You've been like
Yeah.
Brilliant.
matched
Yeah,
with a couple of
honestly.
times, yeah.
So that is 1d10 fire damage. 0.
It's 10.
That's
a 10. It's a 10,
normally,
right? Cool.
Yeah.
10 points of fire damage, please.
10 points of fire damage. Holy moly. Okay. So you cast this flame out of your hands, and the necromancer Maximilian, he is shocked because he's never seen Juan Franco do anything remotely like this.
You should have been paying better attention to your competition.
The fireball soars across the surface of that well and slams into the zombie. You see it catch fire, the side of its face still burning and smoldering. You said it was 10 points of damage, right?
Yes.
Awesome. That brings. Does that complete your turn?
Let me just check the map where I am. Yeah, I'm going to, with my remaining 7 points of health, step behind everybody else.
I thought you were
All
going
right.
to run back inside.
I'm not going to go all the way back inside. Actually, I will go all the way back inside.
Bling, 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 bling.
Yeah,
It's
straight
like
back in.
fireball. Bling, bling, bling.
Straight back in. And just dismiss the disguise self magic.
All right.
Got some outside.
You're a coward. Fine, run, coward. Wait, are you a lady? And that brings us to Valerie's turn.
Yes, and I'm a warlock.
Indeed.
So bonus action hex, and I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
All right, love it.
So
Who are
I
you
will.
blasting, the zombie or the
So I'm
caster?
going to cast bonus action hex on the necromancer,
Okay.
and I want to give them a disadvantage on any ability checks relating to strength.
Love it.
That's for you, buddy. I imagine with Valerie, her holy symbol glows. Orion is gonna do her a solid and hex this necromancer, and then she's gonna leap in the air, 2-finger guns, and pew pew Eldritch Blast.
Love it.
That's about 20.
Whoa! Double dice, double dice.
Okay, that's what it is. Oh, and it's also the hex dice as well. So it's that,
Oh my
and
God.
That, and that. And I've got agonizing blast, which is +3. Okay, not great, but it is 8, 10, 11, +3, 14 points of force and necrotic damage.
Holy moly! And that's to the zombie or the
To the necromancer.
necromancer. 14 points of
14
damage.
points.
Holy macaroni. Okay, so you see Maximilian standing there. This bolt of purple energy shoots out of Valerie's fingers. It dances across the surface of the well that's between you, and it slams right into him. Ah, he is absolutely consumed by it. Having a hard time breathing, he turns. I'll get you, all of you! Ah! And that is that complete your turn?
Yeah, I'll go. Bring it. And then I will actually move. So if I move myself, maybe just like towards, back here, because I'll be sniping you. I'll be offering covering fire. So just about around the boxes here.
Around the box over here, like
Yes.
this, like that. All right, that brings us to Lahan's turn.
So Lahan is definitely a melee fighter, and he has 40 foot of movement as a monk. So he just grabs the Yugihoe and just goes running directly for the necromancer. He kind of does like a fancy spin and jump, and he just brings the Yugihoe down and slices across the necromancer.
All right.
That is 14 to hit.
That hits.
Amazing. So that is a max damage of 11 from the Yugihoe. And as Lahan lands with a superhero pose, and the guy's kind of reeling, he brings his head up to bash his chin with the back of his head as an unarmed strike.
Yes.
That is that's only a 10 though.
That's a miss.
Okay. Well,
So,
I wasn't
that hurt! Well, watch your head!
All right, so that complete your turn?
That will complete Lahan's turn, yeah.
All right, that brings us to Gianfranco's turn.
So on what Gianfranco does is like he has this tiny flute in his pocket, and somehow magically, the air starts to ripple when he starts to play it, and he's actually going to be casting Shatter. Right,
Love it.
I would say between the zombie and the Maximilian, was it?
Yes,
Yeah,
Maximilian Borger.
Yeah, so that's a 10-foot radius, and you make a Constitution saving throw, both of them.
All right, I think you can place it in a way that Lahan does not get.
Ideally.
Ideally.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, that's actually. Oh yeah, sorry.
That's all I meant, yeah.
I think you can place it just beyond them and on, on the left-hand side.
Right behind the zombie on the left of Maximilian.
All right, our first roll is 12. This is a what kind of
Constitution.
Constitution? That is +3 for the zombie, so 15. And we'll roll for our necro and.
Ooh, that looks like a good roll as well.
I missed it. What was it? Oh, it's 13. 13 plus 0. So 13.
But they still take half.
They do take half. It's half 3d8 actually.
Oh,
All right.
D8s.
I got one here. Yep, there you go. Come on, lads. Ooh, that's
Nicely
a lot.
done.
Yeah. So that's 16. So 8.
8 points of damage. The zombie looks very hurt. This incredible reverberating sound, and you can feel the wind push back, and you see this ripple effect expand out from the impact point, and the zombie's face and skin is shredding off of it. You see bone underneath, its tongue waggling, and you see the necromancer turn and feel it as well. So that's 8 points of damage for each. Does that complete your turn?
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm gonna move on to the left, spread across.
All right.
Maybe like I can move like right behind those boxes on the left
Over
side.
this side?
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
perfect.
All right.
And that's it.
All right, that brings us to the owlbear's turn. And
Oh
we
my
know-
god, I forgot about
I'm
that.
Team Brenda.
Yeah.
Come on, Brenda.
Come on,
We've been
Brenda.
good to you.
Yeah.
Do it.
It has
grown
been,
so much.
Brenda has been instructed to attack by her master, so she runs at a full gallop. All 4 limbs just blum, blum, blum. You see this huge owl face, the beak opening wide. Ah! It comes right at the zombie, and it has 2 attacks.
I've got 3 gold on Brenda.
I don't have any gold anymore. I gave it all to you. You're just spending my gold.
And so she gets to do 1 with her beak and 1 with her claws, +7 to attack with her beak, +7 to attack with her claws. So we will do both of those rolls.
Got an elbow on this side. Use the
Yeah.
elbow.
Yeah. You got it.
You're on the wrong side, buddy.
First one is a 5 +7 is 12. That will hit the zombie. The second one is that 1. Oh no!
Brenda, no!
So she comes bounding out, cabbage still in her beak. She reaches out and misses, snaps at the zombie, misses it, but turns with her claw and slashes at its head, doing Let's take a look. Doing with the claws, 5 foot reach, 2d8 plus 5.
Oh my.
That is a lot of damage, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. 2d8.
There we go.
6. Three very low rolls. 6 plus 5 though is 11, which is enough to destroy the zombie. So
Nice.
even though Brenda misses it with you won your bet.
Yeah.
Even though Brenda misses with her beak, she turns and that claw just completely just separates the top half of the zombie from the bottom. There's entrails that pour out. You see it land up in a heap. 2 pieces strewn. The necromancer looking down. Oh no! I'm gonna have to summon another one!
You could not.
We're back to the top of the round, and that is exactly what he does. He will cast it again, animate dead, and this time on the other side of the well, right behind the Han. Another shambling zombie rises from the dirt. So that brings us to our friend Zeke, who just bid her owlbear. She's like, keep going! So that brings us to Charlize, who's now back in the house and looking like herself once again.
Yeah, I'll come back out the door. What's going on? Oh, what a palaver. Who are we fighting?
The undead one and the beard one.
Wait, I
Point to
also
the
have a beard.
No?
No, yeah.
The normal sized beard one.
Yes, yeah.
At this point, by the way, Charlize, inside the tavern, you notice that people are hearing the commotion outside, and people are sort of standing up from their tables and starting to go to the windows themselves and look out. And those of you who are outside, you see the same eyes start peering out from the tavern across the road.
Oh, wow.
Okay, then let's get this sorted. Seemingly no memory of coming out, disguising himself, being a completely different person, going back in. I will question. Oh, actually, yeah, you can. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray, which is a level 2 spell, and I'm going to hurl 3 rays of fire at the single target, which is the Necromancer.
All right, 3 rays at the necromancer. Oh my goodness.
That's a no, it's an 11 first ray.
11 is a miss on the necromancer.
That is a 14 on the
That is a
second,
hit.
and that is a 22 on the third. Not natural.
A natural 22.
You know what I mean?
I wasn't going to say anything, but
I've been rolling the D30.
you do have
I
one,
actually
so
have a D30 that we were gifted.
Do you really?
Yeah,
I've never seen that.
Yeah. I'm not sure where it came
All right, so
from. I think it's one of
2 hits and a miss.
2 hits and a miss. So that is 4d6 of fire damage.
GD6s.
I've
Covered. You're ready.
I'm ready. Yes. That is 4 and 5 is 9, plus 2 is 11, 17 points of fire.
17 points of damage. You see this necromancer is just illuminated with this light. It is penetrating them, and it passes through like there were nothing. And you see eyes wide, feeling the pain. Ah, that really stings! And it's clear this necromancer is very, very injured, very close to death.
You kids, get off my lawn!
Does that complete your turn?
Yes.
All right, we are up to Valerie.
Right, you know what, Charlize, you've been putting the work in. I have another D6 of healing. My bonus action, take 3 points. Thanks very much.
Nice.
No worries, that's on me. And then, yeah, Eldritch Blasted. You know, you know what I mean? It's like, it's tried and tested. And that's a 19.
A 19 hits.
Fantastic. I'll take it. 3 plus 8, so that's 11 plus 3, 14. Another 14.
Ooh, 14 points of damage.
Yeah, so that's 8, 11 force, and 3 necrotic.
Okay. And with that, the blast hits the necromancer one more time.
He said, "No! Maximilian Borger! I hate your gold inn arches! I want to be the Borger King!"
No, I would. Yes. Amazing.
And as that final blow lands, as that final attack lands, something out across the water starts to glow. The surface of the lake, all around the great gold hawthorn tree, begins to roil and churn, bubbling and steaming in the silvery moonlight. The leaves on the tree start to rustle and shake, and all at once, there's an explosion of light and color. Hundreds of tiny glowing shapes, like a cascade of sparks, erupt from the tree itself. They swirl and rise, wrapping the entire tiny island at the center of the lake in a blinding ripple of illumination. Blues and pinks and greens and yellows overlapping and flowing into one another, a dazzling fountain of color. Then this funnel of light begins to radiate outward in all directions, dispersing and breaking apart into individual sprites, their forms fluttering and crisscrossing in an elegant and unpredictable dance. It's beautiful and engrossing and almost too bright to look at. But there's also a menace to it, a danger. The sprites soar and tumble, spreading farther and farther out, reflecting on the surface of the lake, bending and shifting closer and closer. They soon reach the shore, a frenzy of movement encroaching on the land, rising higher and higher like a crashing wave. Then, all at once, they dive, a focused plume of radiant energy, hundreds of shimmering sprites clumped together, focused, aimed directly at Maximilian Borger. They slam into his body, engulfing him, swarming in and around every part. His eyes go wide in shock and alarm. His mouth falls open, and the sprites rush in, filling his throat with bands of vibrant color. You can see the light invade his entire form, glowing behind his eyes, through his skin, inside his skull. Then this glow, this light and color, this procession of interlocking sprites seems to lift him up off the ground, the outline of his body nearly lost inside a tapestry of ever-shifting hues. He's drawn up and back, receding toward the lake and toward the island at its center. You can hear him screaming, struggling against the sprites, but there are too many of them. They pull and prod, forcing the necromancer toward the mighty golden hawthorn tree. On top of it, into it, his body pressed against the giant tree's glimmering bark, balls of light swirling on all sides. Then, all at once, he is absorbed, swallowed by the tree. You can see his face etched in a final agonizing scream, becoming one with the tree itself. And just like that, all is dark. The sprites are gone. The lake is calm. The night is still. You see the necromancer's final expression, frozen in place, captured forever on the surface of the bark. And you realize he is not alone. You never would have noticed it before, but there are dozens of other faces in similar states of discontent, comprising the length of the trunk. The golden hawthorn stands motionless, rising out of the placid lake, a silent, final, living tomb. That is the end of our adventure.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Come back next week for Sexy Tuesday.
The pub is still open, so people partying into the night.
I'd very much like to look at the now unowned establishment across the road and turn to Gianfranco and go, Look, if you ever want to turn the gold in Archers into a franchise,
Yeah, it makes perfect business sense to have it across the street. Yeah, 2 locations. We have Sexy Tuesday in one and then Sexier Thursday in
Even
Makes
sexier
sense?
Thursday.
Okay.
talking.
I didn't think it could get sexier, but it did. Thursday came and there it was.
Thursday came into the
Yeah, that was awesome, you guys. Very, very well
so.
done. You're dealing with all the problems. The other thing you realize is that if you hadn't put this together, our friend Maximilian had been poisoning the water underneath and causing all of the sickness, causing all the produce to go bad, and trying to sabotage his competitor from the outside.
Well, he just wanted to be the Burger King.
He just wanted to be the Border King.
Yeah.
It's the classic golden arch inn.
Careful.
Anyway, thanks for playing, guys.
Oh, thanks for running.
I hope you had a good time.
Well, perfect.
Are you looking for a VTT that not only helps you run your game, but master entire worlds? Then this might just be for you. With the ability to create entire worlds, manage simultaneous storylines, and drag and drop almost anything into your world with a single click, Realm Architect has everything you need as a DM. Head over to the Realm Architect Kickstarter page today to support the team and find out more.